History to chew on. History to chew on. Table of contents. Chew on this. Dogs can chew bones, cows can chew cud, but what can people chew? People can chew gum. Have you ever wondered where gum comes from, how it's made, and who first started chewing it? The first chewers. Some people think the first people to chew gum were Americans, but that isn't true. Many years before Europeans discovered North America, people from different countries chewed all sorts of gummy stuff that comes from plants. People from Greece chewed mastiche. Native peoples from South America chewed chicle. In India, betel was popular. Chewing betel nuts and leaves stains the teeth. Native peoples from North America liked a sticky goo made from the sap of spruce trees. Some Europeans who settled in North America found out about the goo, tried it, and liked it. You, however, may not have liked the spruce gum. It had very little taste. It wasn't until 1850 that John Curtis added flavor to spruce up the spruce sap. He named it Maine Pure Spruce Gum and sold it to other North American settlers. Spruce sap drips from a cut in a spruce tree. Gum machines. By 1871, chewing gum became so popular that Thomas Adams, a New York gum inventor and salesperson, invented a gum-making machine. Shortly thereafter, more machines were invented. Some of the machines released gum in the shape of balls when a coin was put into a slot. Others released gum in little sticks. Some of the gumball machines had a glass globe that made the gumballs look bigger than they really were. This modern gumball machine looks like early 1900s machines did. Do you know? Thomas Adams was also the first to create Tutti Frutti gum, selling it in New York City subway stations in 1888. What the inventors didn't expect was for the kids to learn how to stick their fingers into the machine to pluck a free gumball. It took Thomas Adams to figure out how to correct that mistake. He installed the first vending machines in New York subways in 1888. Gum control. One of the biggest problems with chewing gum continues to be the way people discard it. Many spit it out onto sidewalks or stick it underneath their desks or chairs, or somewhere worse. It can make a nasty mess. In fact, in the early 1900s, the New York Central Railroad had to hire a full-time gum removal employee. Each night, the employee would collect 7 to 8 pounds of gum that people stuck to places in New York Central Station. Since 1960, people have been putting their chewed gum on an old brick building in San Luis Obispo, California. The place is called Gum Alley. It has become a very tacky wall. Different types of gum. What is your favorite type of chewing gum? There are many different types to choose from. The most well-known are a small stick or a wad. In the 1930s and 40s, the most popular flavors were juicy fruit, spearmint, double mint, double bubble, blackjack, Beeman's Pepsin, and Dentyne. Now there are all sorts of different flavors. Some sugar-free, some hot and spicy, some even good for your teeth and breath. The Wrigley Building in downtown Chicago was named after the Wrigley family. Getting rich by making gum. William Wrigley Jr. added different flavors to his gum, making it taste better. His first flavors were called Lotta Gum and Vassar, and in order to get people to taste it, He sent a piece of it to 1.5 million people, everyone listed in the United States phone books in 1892. People loved it and started buying it. He became so rich from gum sales, he was able to buy a professional baseball team, the Chicago Cubs. He also built a stadium for them, Wrigley Field. Then he bought an island off the coast of Southern California, Catalina Island, where he could relax and enjoy himself. How to make chewing gum. Would you like to make your own chewing gum? It may not be so easy. The first ingredient is gum base, which is usually made of latex, chicle, beeswax, or paraffin wax. Melt the gum base until it is like a thick maple syrup. Then pour it through a fine mesh screen and into a mixing vat. Next, add the flavoring and coloring. Then put the mixture on a cooling belt. When it is cool and set, roll it out, cut it into pieces, and put it aside for 24 hours before packing it. Got it? It might be easier for you to buy your own gum than to make it yourself. Conclusion. So the next time you are chewing a stick of gum or waiting for a gumball to drop from a machine, think about where it came from, how it's made, and how long people have been enjoying it. Oh, and be sure to discard it properly in the garbage or on Gum Alley. Glossary.